In acknowledgement of the lockdown period that most of us find ourselves in, the streaming platform Arrow Video has increased its free trial period from 7 days to 30. I think it's about time we took a look. Hello there, you denizen of hell. I'm Jason Arnott, the author of The Last Days of Jack Sparks, Ghoster, and some Doctor Who stuff. This YouTube channel, Jason Arnott's Terrifying House of Obsession, is basically a retro beast that covers horror movies on VHS and clearly Blu-ray, retro video games, and classic Doctor Who. So if you're new here and that's your bag, then consider subscribing, or maybe just wait till later when you're more convinced. Now, I am a very big fan of Arrow Video, and specifically their Blu-ray range. The lovely thing about Arrow's Blu-rays, apart from the quality you tend to get from them, is the sheer amount of special features you also find on the discs. When you look on the back of an Arrow Blu-ray, you'll see a great big block of text dedicated to describing the special features. And there's a sense, I think, when you buy most Arrow releases that you're getting pretty much the definitive version of the film as it stands at the moment, with more special features than you could shake an axe at. So now that, as I said, Arrow Video has increased its free trial period to 30 days, we really should take a look and see how much value is being offered to us there. If at any point while you're watching this video you want to take advantage of the free 30-day Arrow Video trial period, you'll find a link down below in my video description that will take you directly to Amazon UK, where you can sign up quickly. And I'm about to show you exactly how to do that. When you click on the link in my video description, you're going to land on this page at Amazon UK. If we look down here, we can see the default state of the channel, which presents a load of films you can rent or buy. So anyone can rent or buy a film just like your standard content, but we want to subscribe and take advantage of the 30-day trial. So we click that, and then we click that. And this page I've zoomed into so as to hide my details, but it's pretty obvious what we need to do. Now that we've signed up to Arrow Video, I've switched to the Prime Video app on my iPad. No, I don't want to watch Hustlers. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now we can see that Arrow Video is there, and hopefully it will now acknowledge that I'm subscribed. Let's have a look. Will it offer me the chance to rent or buy, or can I just watch? Yeah, there you go. Play movie. You can see there in the top right it says included with your Arrow Video subscription. So let's take a look at exactly how much stuff is here. Straight away on this first screen we can see some delights. We've got Dario Argento's The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, an early giallo of Dario's, and I can play this at will and watch the trailer and download. Oh yeah, I can download it as well to the iPad, I'm assuming. That's pretty good. So that's nice for, you know, when we're all able to take train journeys again, and you want to have films on your tablet to be able to watch while on the move. Back to the main menu, we have the Ring movies. You can see Ring 1 and 2 there. Yeah, Dark Blue. I've not seen Dark Blue with Kurt Russell. See that there on the top row? Society. Always a pleasure. Wow, there's some... Arrow put out so many films, it's really hard to keep up with. Top right hand corner, Colobos. Now there's a film that I've always really liked, and it's kind of gone unsung to a large extent, and it's really nice to see it come out through Arrow. Yeah, Colobos is a really nasty kind of slashery, big brothery film that kind of prefigures Saw, the Saw movies, in a way. I revisited it recently and really liked it. Yeah, Colobos has a really nasty mean streak. The Annihilators. Look at that for a classic 80s action poster. Although that's new artwork, I believe. That's really cool. Yes. Seems like there's a fair bit of stuff on here. There's a Lucio Fulci film, Don't Torture a Duckling, which seems like pretty good advice to me. Hellraiser, of course. So if you're a fresh-faced horror fan coming to Arrow Video, you know, what delights they have to show you. Now it doesn't look, and I kind of expected this, it doesn't look as if these movies come with any of the many extras that infest every Arrow video release. And that's a real shame, I must admit. Oh, hold on. There's a couple of extras here, isn't there? That's interesting. Harpoon director. So there's some kind of extra stuff. Let's see how much more there is. An interview with the director of Harpoon. Schramm by Jörg Buttgereit. The House movies are here. Deadbeat at Dawn. Evil Ed. I remember seeing that quite a long time ago. The Necromantic Legacy. 40-minute documentary on the making of Necromantic. Although Necromantic's being spelt wrong there, I notice. We can't have that. But the most important thing is that there are some extras here, and I really like that. That really, for me, that shifts the balance of how worthwhile an Arrow video streaming platform is. Interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how many more bits and pieces are scattered through here. Horrors of Malformed Men. They can't just go around making up horror movie titles and expect us to believe that. Crimes of the Future. That's the early David Cronenberg film. Satan's Blade, the slasher film. Herschel Gordon Lewis, the Gore Girls. Now there's a title. One thing I'm curious about as well is whether these films have been divided into any kind of categories as well. The Phantasm films are here. Nice. Yeah, looks like 4 Phantasm films. Microwave Massacre. Yeah, I mean, I think we've already seen about 100 films, haven't we? As we've scrolled down. Island of Death by Nico Mastorakis. There's a film. There's Ring Zero. I never really liked Ring Zero. I'm not a fan of origin stories. As soon as you take a mysterious figure like Sadako and go, let's explain where she came from, you instantly make her 10 times less scary. There's quite a variety of stuff here, isn't there? It's not just, it's cult really, isn't it? It's cult cinema. It's not just horror, but there is plenty of horror. Pieces, Brain Damage on this screen alone. The Black Cat by Lucio Fulci. Can you tell that I'm not quite sure how to pronounce Fulci? Fulci. Let's call the whole thing off. I love that title. I've never watched the film, but The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave is a marvellous title, isn't it, for a film? Blood Feast. God, for a moment there I thought that was going to be it, and that wouldn't have seemed quite enough for £5 per month. But no, there's more. I mean, Arrow have released a lot of stuff. There's Blood Rage at the top there. It'd be nice to see a few more documentaries. This film in the top right hand corner, I'm going to tap it open. Dave Made a Maze is brilliant. I watched this when I was ill about 6 months ago, and I absolutely loved it. It really lifted my spirits. It's about a guy who creates a maze in his living room, much to his girlfriend's dismay, and then he gets lost inside it. It's a bit of a TARDIS type deal, and it's a brilliant blend of horror and comedy. I really recommend that. Dave Made a Maze is worth your first £5 alone. And as I mentioned earlier, by the way, if you do want to sign up for this free trial, look down below in the video description, and I'm going to put a link there so that you can sign up and get all this stuff free for 30 days. And if you do, I get a small commission as well, which helps support this channel. So literally everyone's a winner. Now, Phantasm 5 is there. That's nice. Yeah. And The Burning. Now, The Burning's one of the finest slasher movies in my book. It's early Tom Savini. It's just a really nasty piece of work. And there's a great scene involving a raft, which any horror film fan knows is a doozy. Oh yes, I'm also a big fan of Contamination there. That's always a pleasure. See, the nice thing about this channel is I'm assuming that Arrow are going to put
pretty much everything they release into this channel. And they seem to release, I must admit I haven't paid precise attention to their release schedule, but it seems to be 5 or 6 Blu-rays every month, doesn't it, in the UK? And so, you know, you're going to get movies added to this at a fair rate. The Hills Have Eyes, the original with Michael Berryman, Bride of Reanimator, Audition, classic, Deep Red, Dario Argento. Now, to see the Zero Boys there, I've always been a fan of the Zero Boys. It's a great hybrid of horror and action. I mean, it's with a higher budget. It always felt like the budget ran out a little bit at the end, but I always liked the Zero Boys. Got a lot of time for that. It's kind of like backwoods horror as well, isn't it? You know, a film I'd like to see Arrow release is Hunter's Blood, speaking of backwoods horror films. Oh, The Mutilator. That's a really nasty piece of work, The Mutilator. I can't remember if it's uncut in this country now. It might be. The Demons movies are here. I love the Demons movies. City of the Living Dead is one of my favourite horror films, full stop, by good old Lucio. I don't even know how to pronounce Lucio, do I? It's like Lucio Fulci, Lucio, I don't know, I can never remember. But I love his work, and that's the main thing. A Bay of Blood by Mario Bava. That's a fine film. You have to say that when you look through this stuff, if you're a fan of horror stuff like me, then the proportion of films you want to watch is higher than if you're looking through, say, Netflix or indeed Amazon Prime. Lords of Chaos is on here, and that's pretty cool that's on here because that's a more recent movie, very recent, only came out last year, and I'm in this movie. I know, that's a bit weird, isn't it? In fact, it's very weird. I still haven't quite come to terms with that. I made a video elsewhere on this channel about how I hated my cameo role in this movie, and I'll put a little card up above in the top right hand corner of the screen, which you'll be able to see if you're watching on certain platforms and not on others. Demons, marvellous. Zombie Flesh Eaters. Are you seeing great films, by the way, that I'm not mentioning, but which you want to draw my and everyone else's attention to? Get down in comments and recommend those movies. The Exterminator. Lovely. Right, I think we might have reached the end there. That's the end, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Old Boys there, Donnie Darko and Heathers. A few kind of more, well, vaguely mainstream films at the end there. So, I wonder how many movies are here. Let's have a look at the lot. So there's 5 on each row. I reckon there's over 200. I mean, I don't want to underplay how many are there, but maybe about 200. In terms of the structure on Arrow Video, I think the one thing I'll say is that it's a shame that there don't seem to be any categories at all. What you really want is a Netflix style interface which has, for instance, Dario Argento movies or Lucio Fulci movies or 80s action movies. But who knows, maybe Arrow's hands are tied there because Amazon Prime doesn't give you that kind of channel storefront, so to speak. But anyway, it's not as if there are thousands of films here, so it'd be relatively easy to scroll down and see what you're looking for. So let's see, what are the factors that determine whether Arrow Video is going to represent good value to you? This channel is probably for someone who doesn't care so much about two things. First of all, physical media. You don't care about having the shiny Blu-rays on your shelf, which frankly I do care about. I love the shiny Blu-rays on my shelf. And secondly, you won't ideally be too bothered about special features because there aren't many here. Actually, what's talking about special features? What's that? Hellraiser Evolutions. You see, that's great. A 48-minute documentary about the Hellraiser movies, and that's really cool. I like the fact that there's a slight sort of peppering of special features on this channel, and I'd like to see more. If you don't care about physical media or special features all that much, then £5 a month for Arrow Video, bearing in mind that they're going to be adding more stuff, I'm sure, on a monthly basis, I'm guessing, is going to be very worthwhile. I think that's good value for money. Oh, by the way, there's another documentary about The Hills Have Eyes. That's really cool. Oh, the making of The Hills Have Eyes Part 2, in fact. It's free to sign up now for 30 days, so why not sign up and and watch a load of films and then see how you feel when you reach the end of the month. And if you do, you'll be helping this channel out, so thanks very much.
In a moment, I'm going to show you 4 other videos on this channel that you might want to carry on watching. Before then though, let me extend a huge thanks to my patrons at Patreon. These amazing people make a monthly pledge that supports this channel and helps it improve, and also supports me and my family. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you down in comments. And now that most of us are confined to our own homes, it's never been more important to embrace your obsession.